Hello, this is the Winemaker once again. The reason why I'm making this video is because of the many emails and comments that have been made on many of my videos. So today I would like to answer a few of these questions. One of the questions most people ask me is, Mr. Winemaker, do we lay our bottles down after bottling? And my answer to that is, first of all, when you're ready to bottle, make sure you thoroughly wash the bottles and corks in potassium metabisulfite. This is to kill all bacteria and to prevent bacteria after bottling. So remember to clean thoroughly. And after bottling your wine, always leave an airspace of at least the length of a cork. From the base of the cork in the bottle to the beginning of the wine should be at least the length of a cork airspace in the bottle. And also, after corking and bottling your wine, let the bottle stand upright for a minimum of 5 days, because when you bottle wine, there is still compressed air in the bottle, and it can possibly push the corks out in the first 5-day period. So to prevent spoilage, because if you lay them down and the corks pop out, all your wine is all over the floor and lost. So leave the bottles in an upright position for 5 days. Then after the 5 days, you lay them down in a horizontal position to keep the corks wet and to prevent the corks from shrinking and possible leakage and spoilage of the wine. The second question people ask me is, Mr. Winemaker, if we make it from fresh squeezed wine grapes, how many grapes do we need to produce a gallon? And my answer again is, every grape has a different sugar and juice content. So to give an approximate answer, I would have to say anywhere from 13 to 16 pounds of freshly squeezed wine grapes will produce 1 gallon of wine. Then they also ask me, well, Mr. Winemaker, how do we know the sugar content? How do we know how much alcohol content we're going to be able to produce? Well, my answer is this. This is a gravity hydrometer. And a gravity hydrometer, what it does is you fill this tube with the freshly squeezed juice, and then you put your gravity hydrometer into it, spin it, and you take a reading. Your reading should be at least 1095 to 1100, so that you'll be able to produce at least a 25% sugar content, which in turn ferments out to at least 12 or 13% alcohol strength in order to prevent bacteria in the future. So you need at least 25% sugar content, and the way you determine that is by a gravity hydrometer. And if the grape does not have enough sugar content, then you're going to have to do the ultimate thing by adding sugar in order to bring it up to the 25%. That is the answer on that. So this is a very important instrument. It's called a gravity hydrometer. The next question people ask me is, when do we bottle our wine? Well, bottling of the wine is the last step after complete fermentation. That's the last step in the winemaking process. And the best bottle size to use is the 750 milliliter. And I'll tell you why that's the best to use. Because most people who drink wine should be able to consume whatever bottle size they open. They should be able to consume that at a meal. And if you put it into a 1 gallon container, most likely you're not going to drink a gallon of wine out of a container. So I recommend a 750 milliliter, and this is roughly 25 to 26 ounces of wine. So always remember that, a 750 milliliter. And then they ask me, well, Mr. Winemaker, what size cork should we use for that particular bottle? And the answer again is what they call a number 9 cork, and it's 1 3/4 long. And always leave, after the way you calculate it is the length of your cork plus the length of that cork again of airspace in the wine. That's the proper procedure for bottling. And then people ask me, let's see, here's one here. Here's one here. Mr. Winemaker, if making from store-bought grape juice, how much sugar do we add? Well, normally store-bought grape juice is roughly 12% sugar content. So in order to bring your juice up 1 degree, 1 percentage point of alcohol or sugar content, you need 1.28 ounces of sugar in order to bring it up 1 degree. So you need 25, like I said, you should always start off with 25%. So if you had 12, that means you need another 13. So that's roughly, if you calculate it, it's roughly about a pound of sugar. You add a pound of sugar per gallon of grape juice in order to bring it up to 25%. You know, I hope I have answered many of these questions. Feel free to contact me at any time, and feel free to comment on my videos, because I have so many things to talk about, and it's hard to do it in one video. So any questions, please comment on the videos, and the winemaker is always willing to share his knowledge. God bless, and good wine, the winemaker.